lights a little bit because it's morning, it's Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
People had a late Saturday night. You all know that you're here to see Michelle Gomez. My name is Moises Chuyan. I host a few podcasts, one of them called Electric Shadow, about movies and TV and all that stuff. But again, you're not here to see me. You're here to see this lovely, magnificent, captivating woman who has rocked Doctor Who fandom. I think there is an entire Missy fandom at this point. One of the things that I like asking people about who work in creative fields is what they were fans of when they were kids. I hear a rumor that when you were 7 years old, you saw a production of Kiss Me Kate.
Oh, I did, yes. And I was such a narcissist, I thought they were talking to me. And I was like, oh, I can do that. I can just jump about on stage. And then it took me 35 years to manage that.
What were you into as a kid? What were you a fan of? What did you want to watch on television? Were there movies that you were a fan of?
Doctor Who.
Everyone's familiar with this show, Blue Box, Spirit Days, all that kind of stuff.
I mean, yeah, the Doctor Who, that was kind of it. I mean, I still can't quite believe that I'm on Doctor Who. But I am.
Now, this is a complicated question for anybody involved in the franchise, but did you have a favorite Doctor growing up?
Well, I think like your favorite Doctor is the Doctor that you grew up with. So my favorite Doctor was Tom Baker and Pertwee. So it's a sort of Pertwee Baker baton handover. So yeah, they were my favorite Doctors. But I mean, my favorite Doctor now is a human being that's living in this moment. It would be, well, of course, Peter Capaldi. Yeah. He's the best Doctor, as far as I'm concerned.
So when you got was it an offer? Was it would she be interested in reading for this part?
Well, no, this is a funny story. It's going to be such an anticlimax. So I was offered another part in the Doctor's, in Peter's first season, and I couldn't do it because I'm an actor for hire and I was elsewhere being hired, and I was devastated that I couldn't be in two places at once because I don't have a TARDIS. Such a lame joke, but I love it. But I'm planning on getting my own TARDIS, but more of that later. So I had to say no, and I really was devastated because I thought that's going to be my only chance. Nobody, if you're an actor in Britain, says no to Doctor Who. So I felt moved to write a very grovelling letter to Stephen Moffat, and I said, you know, I'm mortified, I'm gutted, I'm disappointed, all the words I could find, summing up to explain my devastation, and that if he ever needed a high-cheekboned, blue-eyed villainess, I'm your man.
But this was not your first brush with Doctor Who. Anyone in here familiar with Big Finish, the audio dramas?
Oh, yeah, that was, wow, you're very good.
I'm going to brush.
Yeah, no, that was a while ago, and that was with Sylvester McCoy. It was also fantastic.
Now, a number of actors who've worked on the show, and you're still working on the show, have gone...
Am I?
Well, I don't know. There's rumors. I'm not trying to get an answer out of you. I'm not one of those.
No.
But in theory, I don't know. It's possible. You're not shutting the door. You would come back if asked, maybe?
I'm not going anywhere.
So, as a fan of the show, have you ever knocked on Stephen Moffat's door? Hello. So, when are we doing The Two Masters? When are we doing me and John Sanders?
You can't knock on Moffat's door and ask for anything more than him making you the master. That would be churlish and very ungracious. I've already hammered at his door, and he gifted me with a master, so I'm not going to ask for anything more. I will take suggestions.
So So what is it that got you into the performing life in terms of training? Were you going to school for it? Is it something that you were doing amateur theater?
There's nothing amateur about me, darling.
Not once you got there, then it was transformed.
I am one of life's laziest people. And when I was a young girl, and like being forced to read lots of serious books and stuff, I realised, oh, I can. If I become an actor, I never have to read again. Yeah, and I threw my book away. I remember the moment I was in my bed, I was like, oh my God, reading's so boring. And I was like, I'm going to be an actor, and I threw the book away. And then little did I know that if you're going to be a decent actor, you better know your stuff. So I reluctantly sort of self-taught myself, and I'm now. I mean, I'm not an aficionado in any way, shape or form in any kind of literature, but I realised that it's the complete opposite of what I'd expected, and, which is fine, because I should read. We should all read. Reading is good.
One of the things that really stands out about Missy is that we have this, not one note, not just 6 notes, we have dozens of notes in this woman, this persona that you embody. Who are some of the female performers and performances that have really inspired you, that you've really just latched onto? You know, movies you've seen, actresses you've seen that you're really into.
When you are possessed with a face that is built to play villains. I didn't really work much when I was younger. I didn't really have a possessed ingenue's button nose. So I've had to wait and grow into this face. So the ones that really inspired me, the women that really inspired me are kind of strong women, and women with larger noses, perhaps. And that doesn't make you a bad thing, but Angelica Houston is like, just rocks, still rocks. Oh my God, where are you going with a child? No child. Come, child. See you later, little missy. Yeah. Bring her back. Just don't have her interrupt me again. Okay. Well, she was a pain in the ass. What was I saying? Yes, Angelica Houston with a large nose, right? So no, I mean, like, really, strong women that just kind of, don't sit in the corner and wear cardigans eating cookies, and just, I don't know. It still blows my mind that I'm a 49-year-old action figure. I like a woman that knows how to fall down. Yeah. And yeah, so they were my 2 gals that I really was going to.
I wanted to jump back to Big Finish for a moment. There might be a few of us out there that when you and Jenna Coleman as Clara became something of a buddy comedy there for a little bit in the series. I think there's a fair number of us that really enjoyed that pairing and would just love, theoretically, for there to be further repartee between the 2 of you. Is that the sort of thing that you would be interested in doing down the road, with Big Finish as an option?
What, doing an audio thing?
Doing an audio thing with Jenna?
I'll do anything with Jenna. Although yesterday there's a picture going around that's being tweeted at the moment, and I didn't realise that Jenna was behind me. Jenna always manages to. She's a great. Like, when it comes to having like a double act, you need to have like the funny guy and the straight guy. And she is like the best straight man. She makes me funny. Like, I'm not funny without Jenna. Jenna?
Aging Jenna. Can we get a volunteer, please?
And no, she's got great timing, and she's really talented, and God, she's beautiful. And it's she's one of the best. I'd be happy to do anything with her in the future.
What's the environment like on set? Is it like a theatrical company? Because there's so much on the production side of things that stays very much the same. People who come in and go out and come back and so on. Is the kind of experience that you had working in the theater, or is it really, you know, much more kind of assembly line, get stuff done?
It's Britain. What I mean by that is that we don't have the money that you guys have in America to put on screen. You know, we don't have those productions. We have great values, they're just not really in production because there's just not the money. So it is full on, you know, you've got a lot to do in one day, and it's always very ambitious. And we get it done because I think that, you know, the Doctor Who crew is one of the best crews I've ever worked with, because each member of that crew is a fan. And so what they bring to the table is not only their skill, but their passion as well. They're not clocking on and clocking off, you know, they want to get it done, and that's the real joy of the job. It's different from, to answer part 2B of your question. It is different.
I'm just a little nervous, can you tell?
Oh no, I'm nervous too, don't say anything.
I'm enjoying this now.
It's getting to be inappropriate. But it's different from theatre because, you know, it's a television set, so it's just. But what it does have is a sense of an accelerated sense of family, because, you know, you're all in there trying to do the same thing for not a lot of money.
I mentioned Kiss Me Kate earlier. In 2008, you were in The Taming of the Shrew with the Royal Shakespeare Company. There are a couple scenes up on their website. There are other theater nerds out here just like, hey, here we go. Now, are there other plays, works of theater that you'd love to play a particular part, be in a particular show?
I think I've got Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf in me.
Hey, just think,
yeah.
You do.
Maybe when I'm slightly older, not that much older, maybe Osage County.
August Osage County, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great play. Medea. You know, I guess, like, obviously, Lady Macbeth. But, like, she's just got one good line and that's it.
Why Lady Macbeth? Why not just Macbeth?
Yes, of course, there is that. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
6 weeks. I want to get some questions from the audience. You'll have to project, you'll have to use your theatrical hit the back wall voice. So, do we have questions? We have a few.